Hey guys, welcome to Outbox Sports. Today we're talking about our favorite moments or interesting things that happened at the Olympic trials. And I'll go first. I'll head over to the pool. Swimming is one of my favorite Olympic events. And I'll start with Missy Franklin. In 2012, she was only 17 years old and came home with 4 gold medals, I believe it was. And this year, she returns to the pool for her second Olympic trial. She's only 21, which is impressive in itself, I think. She came off with a little bit of a startling set. She didn't make her 100-meter backstroke, which is, it was her event. Backstroke is her event. She holds the world record in the 200-meter backstroke. So for her to start off, it was a little shaky. And something that I found just really impressive in her interviews was how she talked about the pressure it is of coming back. For her second time. She made such a big splash, so to speak, in her first try.
Funny.
She's good.
I tried.
She's good.
In her interview, she said, it's not my job to make the Olympic team. It's not my job to defend a title. It's my job to swim well. And it was something that she had to adjust to, the pressure of coming back. And so she won't be swimming in the 100-meter backstroke, and I believe the 100-meter freestyle. But she did make the 200-meter freestyle and, assumably, the 200-meter backstroke, which is the record that she holds around the world since 2012, so nobody's beaten it. So I think she'll do really well. It'll be interesting to see how she steps up. And I think it just sheds light on that kind of pressure that we don't, expect them to have because they're so seasoned or, because they do it for their living.
And then there's Missy Franklin trying to hang top there to get their spot on this team.
So it's Ledecky with the lead, above her is Schmidt. And then Manuel's still hanging in there in lane 7, pretty late in the race. Manuel's in the second spot, and Missy has moved up in that tie for second, a half second behind. So
Beautiful.
Franklin racing for an Olympic berth. But it's Ledecky who's trying to hold off the rest of the field with the lead.
And Ledecky's breathing to her right. Missy's starting to fade. Schmidt right there starting to fade. It's all Cate Ledecky.
Ledecky's going to win this. You've got Missy Franklin down there in lane 6 looking pretty strong. Franklin's going to finish second and punch a ticket to Rio. That was unexpected, wasn't it, by Franklin?
Wow.
So I think we'll expect to see some
Yeah,
good things
she's such
from
a
her.
cool story, Missy
awesome.
Franklin. I really like her.
And she's
I've always
sweet.
liked
She's
her,
down to
yeah.
earth, and
Oh
she's
yeah,
just like,
and
I
she's
just got to get back
very
to the
good
pool
at what
and
she
swim well.
does.
I mean, to start in the Olympics at
Yeah.
17 years old,
old,
that's
and she
insane.
came home with 4 gold medals and a
That's
bronze.
insane.
17.
Yep.
Man,
So-
I don't
17,
feel-
I was graduating high school.
I don't feel 17.
17. I think it's impressive to come back from a rocky start in the beginning, and we'll see where it takes her.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Just because, if you think about it, when it comes to swimming especially, it's not really on the national stage like that. Only when the Olympics comes around every 4 years. So the pressure just to make the Olympics must be high. But somebody who knows all about that pressure, Michael Phelps.
Michael
He
Phelps.
recently just
Congrats.
claimed
Seasoned vet.
his 5th Olympic trip.
That's awesome.
This guy started when he was 15 years old, made to his first Olympics. Now he's going to his 5th one. He just recently turned 31, about 2 months ago. So happy birthday, Michael Phelps. All right, enjoy it.
New father.
New father,
Yes,
too,
new
so that's
father,
impressive.
yeah.
But if you think about this guy has 22 total Olympic medals, 18 gold, and his first year, when he was 15, he won a single medal. So in 3 trips to the Olympics, he's gotten 22 total medals. That guy, he's like Mr. Olympian.
No,
Yeah.
He's
Michael
ridiculous.
Jordan, LeBron James.
Yeah, talk
Michael
about that.
Phelps.
No one can
Michael
argue that one.
Phelps.
Coming from a
Yeah.
guy who was
Phelps.
going to retire,
Exactly.
came back.
Yeah, I'm glad he's
Unbelievable.
doing
And he's
one
had
more.
so many,
He had a lot of issues,
between his career, he had a lot of off the field, off the pool, out the pool
Out the
issues,
pool, dry issues.
Yeah, some on land issues.
Nice.
So, but for him to really hone in and make this 5th one is incredible. He holds the world record for the 200-meter butterfly, which is his best event.
And that's a hard stroke.
Yeah, it's a very hard stroke. He holds the world record at 1 minute and 51 seconds. And in his Olympic trial, he was 2 seconds off. So he's ready to go. I can't wait to see what he does
And
this
the
year.
first swimmer to get 5 Olympics,
Exactly.
which is awesome. So
That's
watch
ridiculous.
that clip
No, yeah.
right now, 'cause it's awesome.
So he's still looking very good, though. And great shot. He punched that turn right there.
And I'll tell you what, Rowdy, Shields looks like he's in great position. I mean, he's right up there on Phelps. Again, he's better in the 100, but Shields is just above Phelps, looking for his own trip to Rio.
Wow. I don't know, Dan. Phelps is starting to come back on Shields a little bit, but Shields is tightening
He's going to get his 5th Olympic berth, and it's Shields trying to hang on to 2nd, and he's going to get it done. That's a surprise. But Phelps has the record. First man to make 5 U.S. Olympic swimming teams, and Shields, there he is, holding up 5.
And for mine, I also swimming and diving world. Troy Dumais, he had a very emotional dive, and it was his last dive of his career because he was 4th in the rankings, or no, he was 3rd, and I think he ended up in 4th at the end. But at the time he was 3rd, so the top 2 make it, he wasn't going to make it. And he did his final dive. Everyone gave him a standing ovation. That would have been his 5th Olympics if he had made it. So same as Michael Phelps, if he had made it, but he didn't. So he had been to 4 Olympics. He won an Olympic bronze, a 38-time national champion. Wow. So really well respected in the diving world. And so he got a standing ovation right before his final dive. He teared up, like very visibly, upset, and obviously.
It's the beauty of sports.
Exactly. So all teary-eyed, he took his final dive. It was a great dive, and yeah, it was a great Olympic moment, just showing, even at the trials, that there can be these huge moments. There's so much emotion into it. It doesn't have to be, going for the gold. Like, even just in the trials, there is this emotion connected to it. And I just love the respect that the whole crowd showed him for a great career.
Saw Troy Dumais about 6 weeks ago at a diving camp at Stanford, and he said, "This is my last time." And I laughed. I said, "I don't believe it." But even last night when we saw him, Cynthia, he said, "It's hard."
There's the emotion of knowing it's his final dive. Very nicely done.
By this entire natatorium.
Standing ovation from the entire natatorium.
Well, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to go into the gymnastics world. Alex Nador qualified on June 25th to be on the men's gymnastics team for the Rio de Janeiro Olympics. He was on the Olympic team in London in 2012, but as an alternate. His main sport is pommel horse, but he actually took the second highest scoring of 15.225 in the rings. He had a little shaky dismount, but he came down, and with the overall score that he had was near perfect. So for him, just to come back and make that, since his 2012 appearance in the Olympics, he's come back, and now he's one of the top members of the gymnastics team.
That's awesome.
He had the second highest score, and he's probably one of the only Olympians or even gymnasts in the world who are tops in pommel horse and also the rings and the apparatus. Yeah, I mean, the strength that this guy showed to pull it out. I mean,
massive.
Some of the maneuvers that he was pulling off on the rings, I was in awe. I was astonished by what he was able to do.
Routine, by the way.
It's absolutely nuts.
Crazy.
And one other thing worth noting during these trials, he finished to the highest in all 4 of his events. That's another thing, not very easy to do.
He says he's the only gymnast in the world presently that has the strengths to be great on pommel horse and rings. And he's pretty correct about that. It's a very unusual combination. The muscles you need to hold these elements kind of get in the way on pommel horse and make you swing a little bit tighter.
Just like John Orozco, he's not going to do the all-around. He actually said that by not doing the high bar, it's actually going to help him feel more rested for the pommel horse and the rings.
This is pretty darn good for Alex. Dismount. Oh boy, just kind of stood his chest up a little too quickly. But that was a good routine.
So guys, let us know in the comments below what your favorite moment from Olympic trials was, and let us know what you think of these. Yeah, there's some awesome moments. I can't wait to watch all the sports. I love the Olympics.
Can't wait for the Olympics.
So we will have more Olympic videos coming up as well. Okay, give us a thumbs up if you liked it. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Outbox Sports.
Subscribe, follow up here.
Like
we got videos from past weeks right over there.
Like it all.
Bye.